Hi, it's Steph from Simplicity Happens, and today we're going to create clip art faces in PowerPoint. So we'll get started, and if you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to my Simplicity Happens channel. And as always, if you have little ones ages 2 through 6, going out to my website at simplicityhappens.com, and if you subscribe, I give you a password to unlock a bunch of free activities for cognitive and language development. So I hope you're enjoying my videos. Hang tight and I'll get the tutorial going now.
Hello and welcome. Let's get started on making our adorable clip art faces today. So the first thing we're going to do is go up to the left-hand corner at the top and select the oval shape. We're going to make it very big here so you can see it. Then you can go in and select the color of your choice. And then outline that shape. All right, so now we have the outline of our face. We're going to go in now and select the eyes. Okay. Shape, color, and then we're going to make the center of the eye as well. And of course you can make it as big or little as you'd like. So we're just selecting that oval shape again. And I might tweak this in just a bit after I see what it looks like. Go ahead and select your eye color. All right, and then I'm going to group the eye, and then I'm going to Control C, Control V, so I can copy and paste it. And then I'm going to line them up. If you see those red dashes across the top and bottom, you'll know that they're aligned nicely. And again, I might tweak this later, but I'm going to group these at this time. And then I'd also like to align the face center and align the eye center so that everything's aligned. And then I can group them together for now. All right, the next thing we'll make is the eyebrows. So I'm just going to insert shapes and we'll do this little curved line, the arc. Just go ahead and you can twist it around here. Shape outline, because it's a line, and keep it to this color, and I want to make the weight of it a little thicker. All right. And extend it out a little bit, play around with it to get it to where you like it. Then I'm going to copy and paste it again, that Control C, Control V. Then I'm going to rotate it by flipping it horizontally. Oops. Sometimes it's a little finicky, so just be careful of that, no big deal. All right, pull it up a little bit here. And again, I'm kind of looking for those red dashes. There they are. Okay, perfect. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and make the eyelashes. And this is where I just use that line shape. All right, now that I have completed that side, I'm going to flip horizontally and bring it over to this side. So eyelashes might take a little while, and again, you might have to tweak them later if you don't like the final outcome. And it's just trial and error, and some stuff might take a little bit longer than others, but it'll get there. All right, so now that I've done that, let's go ahead and we'll make the nose. You can also see if this curved one is kind of fun to use. Yeah, this is kind of nice. You kind of just play around with that, find a cute little nose, and then make it a little thicker. Let's see how this looks. Oh, very cute. Might make it a little less thick to match those eyes. You can play around with that thickness of the lines later too, if need be. Different ways to make noses. Just have fun with it. All right, and now let's insert the smile. So different ways you can do this one. You can insert the arc shape. Kind of play around with this until you get what works for you. All right. And then I'm going to align center. Trying to make it as symmetrical as possible, unless you want something a little more quirky with some character. On the weight, shape outline. All right. And as far as saving your pictures onto your desktop and then bringing them back in, it's nice because you can use the picture and make it as small as you want, and the dimensions will stay the same. Now, when I first went through and saved it as a picture, I realized that my eyes were too far apart and things just didn't look as symmetrical. So I made the eyes a little bit smaller and I put them closer together. And then when I saved it as a picture, I liked this a lot. So now I can use these faces moving forward. So something you'll just have to think about as you're making your face, you know, what do you love about it and what do you think you need to change? And just kind of, again, trial and error until you get it to where you want it.
We're going to create clip art hair in PowerPoint. Let's get to creating our clip art hair. Hang tight.
All right, hello and welcome. Let's get started on creating our hair for the face that we created last week. So I'm going to go into shapes and I'm going to select the freeform scribble. This is your drawing tool. And if you have a touch screen, I think you can use your finger or a stylus. I just happen to use my computer mouse until I get a creation that I like. So let me show you kind of what I do in order to make hair. So I'm going to first start with some long hair. So I'm going to start here. All right, and then I'm going to match back up where I started from, and that is going to enclose the outline that I created. And what will happen next is I can create the hair color. So I'm going to say shape fill, and I'm going to go down for now and select the brown hair with a black outline. All right, so I just saved the long hair as a picture. This is my original long hair, and I would advise to keep your original so that you can make modifications, such as if you want to change the hair color. So at this time, I'm going to select the picture of the long hair, and then I'm going to select the crop tool. And I just want to see what this is going to look like. So I'm going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to copy and paste this. And I'm going to flip horizontally. And then I'm going to match it up. Okay, you can group this together. And I'm just curious to see if this would look nice. All right, so once I've decided on the long hair of my choice, I am going to put some definition into the hair now. So let's go into Insert Shapes. We're going to select the freeform shape here. And this one allows you to create straight lines, but also to put them in different directions. So I'm going to click on my mouse and drag, click again and drag. And then double click when you've completed your line shape. All right, and then we'll just move it over here into the hair. Okay, then I'm going to group these. We'll copy and paste them. Rotate the flip horizontally. All right, so that gives the hair some nice definition. And then I'm going to insert another line here. All right, so let's go in and add the bows. So the first thing I'm going to do is select the square shape. And then I'm going to select the triangular shapes. I'm going to send that backward. Copy and paste the triangle shape. Flip horizontally. Send that backward. And just kind of play around with it until you get to where you want it. You can group. And now I can choose my colors. So I'm going to choose pink because I absolutely love pink. I do want the outline to be a little thicker. I'm going to just move them in here. Okay, and I'll copy and paste. And again, I'm looking for those red dashed lines to make sure that they're symmetrical. All right, and then you can just go ahead and group. All right, so the reason earlier I said to keep this is so that you can modify it. So for example, if you wanted to change the hair color, you could do so. And so that way, you could go and save it as a picture onto your desktop and crop it. All right, so I just saved a picture of the long black hair, and I'm going to crop. Okay, we'll copy and paste, rotate horizontally. And then I'm going to group the face outside of the hair so that I can make sure that they stay together. All right. So there we go. So I just showed you how to create long hair with some nice definition and some cute little bows. So next, I'll show you how we can create shorter hair. All right, let's go in to create our short hair. So back to the drawing board, select the freeform scribble. All right, now I'm going to save this as a picture on my desktop. All right, so now I have saved this as a picture and copied and pasted it back into the presentation. So I'm going to use the crop tool. And I actually like the right side best. So I'm going to copy and paste it and rotate it. All right, and then group it. right? And then we'll go ahead and add some definition like we did before. So we'll go in and select the freeform shape that helps us do the line. So click and drag, double click. Okay, then we'll copy and paste. Group it, and then copy and paste that. Flip horizontally and take it to the other side. Then we can also insert the line shape. All right. So if you'd like to create a bow, I recommend taking out the definition because the bow will then become the focal point. I'm just going to borrow one of these bows over here. And let's do yellow. Turn it a little sideways. Perfect. All right. So that is short hair with a cute little bow. Now let's go on to even shorter hair. All right, now let's create the shortest hair. I'm going to go into Insert Shapes and select the Freeform Scribble tool. I've decided to keep this freeform hair shape. So let's just go in and we can add a little definition to it. So go to Insert Shapes and we'll select the freeform shape again. So just click and drag, click and drag. And copy and paste. And group those together. Right, and then we can insert the line. All right, perfect. And then we can go ahead and group. And it's totally up to you. If you're not a fan of that extra definition, leave it out. So there we have it. All right, and there you have it. We've made some amazing hair forms today. Let's get started creating our clip art clothes in PowerPoint, in addition to arms, hands, and legs. Hello and welcome. Let's get started on creating our clip art characters clothing. The first thing we're going to do is go to Insert, Shapes, and select the rectangle. You can just draw it out at this time. To keep everything in proportion, I'm going to use my model characters here. So I'm going to look at the proportion for the rectangle on this model, and it is 1.92 and the width is 1.82. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with this. So select the rectangle, and we're going to put 1.92, 1.82. All right, perfect. If we want to select our color, we can do this fun green color here, and we'll outline in black. The next thing we'll do is we'll go in and select the next shape, which is this rectangle rounded corners. Okay, so we'll go in, and again, to get those precise proportions, I'm going to select this one, and up here we have the shape height at 0.56 and the shape width at 0.86. So 0.56, 0.86. Okay. Go ahead and create the color. And we'll put that right over here. Copy and paste. Rotate horizontally. Pull it over. I'm looking for those red dashed lines to make sure everything's aligned properly. All right. Then next thing we'll do is we'll go to Insert Shapes, and we're going to select the black arc. I'm going to draw it out just a little bit. I'm going to tweak this too, as you'll see in just a moment. I'm changing the color. And I'm going to pull this over just a little bit. All right, so that gives us the color and the definition. What we'll also do with this one is we'll take out the outline. So go to Shape Outline, No Outline. And that provides the definition. All right. The next thing we'll do is we'll create the pants. So going into this one, we'll go to Shape Format. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll back up. Go to Insert, Shapes, select the rectangle. And to get the same dimensions here, we have shape height at 2.17 and shape width at 0.65. Then I'll select this darker blue color. Actually, I like this color. And then copy and paste. I'm going to group these together and align center. I'm also going to group the shirt together and align center. And then I'm going to bring the shirt forward. All right. So now that we have that selected, that is how you create your shirt and your pants. Let's go in quickly and we'll create the shoes. So go to Insert Shapes, and we're looking for the flowchart delay. And this is at 0.46, 0.75. right, and then I'm going to bring this right over here. Copy and paste. Rotate horizontally. I'm going to line it up with those red dashes. And I'm going to fill in white and group them and send them backward. And then when we do that, we'll pull them down just a tad. All right. So there you have the pants and the shirt and shoes. So next, we'll then create the rest of our person with arms and hands. First, let's create our arms. Go into Insert, Shapes, and select the rectangle. To get an idea of the proportions, it's 1.42 and 0.26. All right, now I'm going in to put them behind the sleeves, and I want to match them up. To create the hands, we're going to go into Insert, Shapes, and we're going to select the freeform scribble. This is just trial and error. All right, and last but not least, we need to create the neck. So go to Insert, Shapes, and select the cylinder. You're going to draw it out. Let's see what this one's at. The proportions are 0.82 and 0.58. All right, going to line center and then send back. All right, and then the next thing we can do is we can put on our clip art faces that we made in the hair from last week. And then you can group it together. Oops. All right, there you are. Then if you'd like to create another character, the easiest thing you can do is just Control C, Control V, copy and paste, ungroup. You might have to do this a couple of times. And then you can change the color of the shirt. You can create your character this way. So there you go. You can do a lot of cute, fun stuff by making shirts and pants. So next, I'll show you how to make a clip art dress. Next, we'll create a clip art dress. So the first thing you'll do, again, is go into Insert, Shapes. The first shape we'll select is the rectangle rounded corners. And I'm going to stick with some of these dimensions. So we have 0.49, 0.67. Copy and paste. Rotate horizontally. Right, then go to Insert, Shapes. This time we're going to select the flowchart manual operation. I'm going to flip it around. 2.44, 2.29. Choose your favorite colors for your dress. Bring these forward. Okay, we'll go back and insert the block arc. Very similar to what we did before. You'll probably just have to tweak it. We don't want an outline on this. And again, you just kind of have to play around with this one because it can be very finicky. In order to create our legs, we'll go in and select the rectangle shape. And that's at 1.83 and 0.36. And I'm not going to do an outline for this. Go ahead and send it back. All right, and then make sure to hang on to the arms and hands and neck that you created before. Make copies of those or ungroup them. We'll send this backward. All right, and then once you have your dress and your hands and your arms and your legs created, you can put on the cute little face. And there you have an adorable little character. All right, and then In my full Clipart tutorial, I showed you how to create a flower with the little Clipart character holding the flower. So here you can see how the Clipart character is holding the heart. And you can do that by just moving the Clipart character and the hand just over by angling it and bringing it over a little bit until you get it in the perfect spot. You also will probably have to ungroup a lot of the items in here in order to put the objects behind the hands and the arms. But overall, this looks adorable. So lots of fun things you can do. So if you wanted to put the sun over here, there's a lot of fun things you can do. If you wanted to put the ladybug here, maybe a different color, you could do that as well. So lots of fun things you can do with the Clipart characters and putting little accents on the clothing. So I do have a Clipart video on how you can make this cute little ladybug. So if you're interested, after watching this, go on over and watch that video so you can create your own adorable ladybugs. But let's say that we wanted to put a ladybug on her dress. Very cute. And you can always go in and kind of align it. Center. All right. And then let's say you wanted to put a cool lightning bolt on one of the shirts. Cool. And then let's say you wanted to do a cute purple heart on another one. You can do that. I hope you have enjoyed these Clipart tutorials and the how to make Clipart clothes in PowerPoint. So this tutorial ends our series of how to make Clipart creations. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please subscribe to the Simplicity Happens channel. And in the next coming weeks, I'll have more Clipart videos to share. All right, thanks so much and have a great day. Bye.